Hi, this is David Watkinson, founder of Find Day, and this is a personal note to explain why our humanitarian project started with a focus on helping three specific types of groups. First, I love animals. Our friendly indoor cat likes me to feed the wild critters because he always gets a treat for calmly lying next to the open door while they come in for a snack. My love for animals is the reason why one of our first three interests is promoting local community groups anywhere in the world that are helping animals in distress. If you have a group like that, and you have an important event coming up, like a fundraiser, for example, Find Day wants to help you. We'll make a custom promotional video for you that illustrates our motto: learn from the past, live in the present, and create the future with love. Learn, live, love. We'll make what we call a Find Day time travel video, from the past to your event in the future. Your viewers will ride in a time machine as they zoom into a symbolic time trail of history heading toward your event. It's to put in perspective the briefness of our time on Earth. When your viewers arrive in the present, they'll be greeted with a video of a happy friendship song about fully living in the now. One of our vocalists, or your guest vocalists, can perform on the video. But if you really want to endear yourselves to your viewers, video your group members singing the song of international friendship. It's your choice. And finally, the time machine will activate the wall screen for a look into the future with your video description or text description of your upcoming event. When we've completed your time travel video, we'll post it on social media and streaming video sites to promote your event. We'll do it all as a free gift for you, courtesy of Find Day supporters who want to express appreciation for the work that you're doing. The same goes for the next group that we want to help. The second type of group we focus on is related to the fact that I spent 4 years in the Navy from 1964 to 1968. Here I'm on liberty from the carrier Essex in 1965 with my fellow midshipman, college roommate, and DU fraternity brother, Mike Rabb. And in 1966 I was with my other college roommate and DU brother, John Namath, doing amphibious assault training with the Marines. Then in 1967, standing watch in a Mediterranean port. And finally, here's Mike Rabb again, who became a Top Gun instructor. After he retired as a Navy captain, Mike became a political activist. So the fraternity organized a fundraiser for Mike to help build houses in different parts of the world with Habitat for Humanity. Most recently, Mike was teaching English for Palestinian children. Even though my time in the Navy was much shorter than Mike's, like him, after I left the Navy, I spent years as a political activist. I was involved with the left and the anti-war movement. Although I'm still very anti-war, I've never been anti-veteran. A lot of those folks join to better themselves, to get out of poverty, or for patriotism, without knowing the geopolitical insanity of wars like Vietnam and other pointless conflicts. So I find it unconscionable that about 40,000 veterans are reported to be homeless in America. So if you have a group helping homeless veterans, and you have an event coming up, we'd like to help you promote it with a free Find a Time Travel video. By the way, I was in the Navy during college, so I mentioned my fraternity brothers that I served with. But I want to say that I don't approve of secret fraternities or secret societies. I joined Delta Upsilon because they were the only non-secret fraternity in America. Probably still are. They focused on scholarship and athletics. But I would say now, all fraternities, all sororities, and all social groups of any kind should focus on humanitarian projects. Because I think you will agree with me that at this time of history, all peoples of the world, all races, nationalities, need to come together in friendship and love. Anyway, that brings me to the third group of people that we want to help. The third kind of group that Find A wants to help has to do with the fact that I grew up in southern New Jersey in the area of the first Indian reservation in America, which disappeared from history in the 1800s. It was for the tribe known by other Native Americans as the Grandfather Tribe, origin of many other tribes. They call themselves Lenni Lenape, or just Lenape. The English called them the Delawares after the river that ran through their large territory. It covered New Jersey, Delaware, eastern Pennsylvania, and New York, where the Lenape gave Manhattan its name. From age 10 till I went to college, I lived a few miles from the former Lenape reservation in a little Indian-themed town. It was among lakes at the edge of a vast forest. It was originally comprised of large log cabin hunting lodges for wealthy Philadelphians. When they turned it into a town in the 1930s, they required new homes to still be made of logs, and they kept the Indian theme of so many of the surrounding towns. We didn't have streets, we had trails with Indian names. I lived in a log house on Dakota Trail and later in a house on Wagoose Trail. And I went to a high school named after the Lenape. And yet there wasn't much thought given to the Lenape themselves or any other Native Americans. My high school girlfriend, who was from Minnesota, was part Chippewa, but we never really discussed her heritage that much. Indians were a thing of the past. It was all about the future. We were about to go to the moon. It wasn't until well into my 40-year career in Hollywood, creating on-set video graphics, when I really thought about the issue while doing research for a screenplay. I was shocked to discover that the Lenape had been promised statehood and representation in Congress at one point. And the Lenape chief, Tamanan, was revered by colonists as Saint Tammany, the emblem of peace and harmony amongst peoples. As witnessed by John Adams, in many American towns and cities, May Day was officially celebrated as Saint Tammany's Day. For a very long time, there were Saint Tammany societies all over America. And I was also very surprised and embarrassed to discover that we had been pronouncing the name of the Lenape tribe incorrectly. In my day, all the white people in New Jersey called them the Lenape. The current remnants of the tribe in Delaware on their website tell a joke about white people not being able to pronounce Lenape. It's not that we can't, it's lack of education and the disappearance of Indians from American culture. You probably never heard of St. Tammany. I didn't, and I went to high school named for his tribe. As a result, If you have a group helping Native Americans or indigenous people somewhere in the world, and you have an important event coming up, we'd like to help promote it with a free Find a Time Travel video. For more information, please go to findatimetravel.com or just go to finday.com and use the link to the time travel website. I know your time is valuable, so I thank you very much for watching this.